Right then, this is a quick walk around video for a really handsome looking Honda CR-V. This is a top of the range 2.2 EX diesel. It's one of these facelift models for this generation, but fitted with a load of extras on the outside which look absolutely fantastic and were very expensive when they were new. Notably, you see that it's got the dynamic styling pack, so you've got these deep front and rear spoilers, bumpers rather, with the chrome inserts. It's also got those lovely chrome side steps, high level rear spoiler, 19-inch alloys, and it's just covered 64,000 miles with a full service history. It's in lovely condition as well. But to go around the car for you, front of the car, lights and lenses are clear and intact. There's no cracks, no condensation in those at all. Front bumper very clean indeed. Likewise, bonnet of the car. Just can't, there's hardly a stone chip anywhere on there at all. Near side of the car, passenger side, absolutely mirror smooth in the panel work. The car that's now 11 years old, it is in, 10 years old, it's in pretty remarkable condition, in all honesty. On the back, it's one of my favourite angles of the CR-Vs, the packs, because they get that spoiler. It's all very subtle, but it works absolutely brilliantly on the car. Gives it a real presence and stance. And there's the offside, driver's side. Again, absolutely smooth in the panels there. All very clean. Alloys obviously have picked up a few little marks over the years, but they're miles better than most for this age and mileage. But it really is in absolutely super condition. Let's come to the back of the car now. Again, in just amazing condition. Full complement of equipment, which is rare as well. Got the tonneau cover. Here, that goes back. You get this middle shelf as well. But all plastics are generally in just so much better than they ordinarily are on this age of mileage. Let's come into the back of the car now. Wide opening rear doors, and leather work is in absolutely superb condition. I mean, it's really great condition back here. The reason I mention it is because a lot of CR-Vs are very heavily used by families and children, and they can be quite heavily marked in the back, but that is so much cleaner than most. Come to the front passenger side, again all lovely and clean. Passenger seat there just hardly looks like it's been given much use at all. Coming on the driver's side, again wonderfully clean and tidy, and driver's seat again is in absolutely fantastic condition. So inside the car now, engine's running as is always the case during these videos whilst I'm inside the car. The dashboard's in just beautiful condition. Sat nav, you can see, working absolutely perfectly. Pop the car into reverse there, got that lovely clear parking camera on the car as well, all working exactly as it should. But as I said, videos quite often don't really do justice, and this is certainly one of those. Come up to the dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 64,429 miles. No warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 EX diesel. This particular car is registered, if I can read it, WM12LKZ, and with a mileage of just 64,422 recorded. The reason we do all our videos, and as I always say, especially this road test section, it's because so we can give people the opportunity to see our cars actually in operation. We, like many people, have been to see cars which have looked perfectly good in photographs and descriptions, only to get there and find out when you drive them there's a fundamental issue which shows up while you're driving the car, so hence that's why we do it. So coming to the car itself, engine starts absolutely instantly, as is always the case, settles to a smooth, even idle. No warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and it is a lovely diesel engine. Unlike so many diesels which are kind of one-trick ponies. They pull very quickly, but then they die away very quickly as well. This is a really broad span of power, which makes them absolutely ideal for things like towing or carrying a load of people. It's got loads of natural torque to it, given its engine capacity, but it's also very smooth and quiet in operation as well. Engine then feeds through into clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car, bike point exactly where it's meant to be. It's nice and smooth in operation. Gearbox is just brilliant in the CR-Vs. It's much more like a kind of a sporty gearbox. Short in throw, it's just got that lovely action to it, and that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. It just feels as tight as a drum. The whole car does, in all honesty. Coming to the steering of the car, which tracks absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, and it's a lovely power steering system. Basically, the whole vehicle feels very, very car-like to drive, way ahead of its time. Cars or its competitors of this era could feel very, very van-like to drive, very disconnected on the road. This steering's got lovely weighting to it, very confidence inspiring, but it's accurate, precise, flows beautifully with the chassis, works brilliantly together. The chassis, I'm talking about it on this particular section of road, by the way, because it's a horrible road surface. I'm just listening out for any kind of knocks or rattles from underneath the car that shouldn't be there, and there's nothing at all. It rides really, really well, the car. They always have done, but it still allows the car to go through corners without too much body roll, without kind of that lurching you get with so many cars of its type. It's a very well set up car. I mean, Honda know this market so well indeed. I mean, the CR-V is the best-selling SUV in the world, and for a very good reason. And they've found out exactly what the vast majority of their customers want. I'm just going to get up to speed and give the brakes a bit of a thump. Worth pointing out that all these mechanical things will be checked by MOT. It's going off for an MOT tomorrow, so they'll be checked as a matter of course anyway, but it's nice to see it actually happening in real time. So I'll hold my phone while I give them a bit of a thump. I'm at the legal limit now. Nice hard brake on there, lovely brake pedal on the car, powerful. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all, so all in fine order. So finally coming inside the car, not cleaned it yet, it's going to be cleaned, but it's in lovely condition in here, and quite beautifully put together, as is always the case with Hondas. Brilliant build quality. Also a lovely place to sit. You've got fantastic visibility in the car, helped by these sort of huge wing mirrors, but it makes you feel, again, you've got a lot of confidence on the road. Everything working exactly as it should as well. Sat nav, as you can see, operating perfectly. Air conditioning, which has the opportunity to give you different temperatures side to side, because it's referred to as dual zone, and that pumps out lovely cold air as well. Heated seats likewise, working exactly as they should. Dash binnacle in front, simple, easy to read dials, beautifully presented as Honda tend to do. They just give you all the information you need and no more. It's just really neatly presented. Temperature, by the way, running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda car. Steering wheel, nice leather bound steering wheel, feels great in hand as well. This is a four-wheel drive car, albeit you don't do anything, it does it all for you. There's no buttons to press, nothing to activate or deactivate. Basically, Honda again worked out really quickly that the vast majority of its customers would be doing as I am today, driving in perfectly good conditions where you don't need four-wheel drive on. Because the problem with having four-wheel drive permanently on, you're going to use more fuel, you're going to get through your tyres more quickly, and you're going to put more mechanical stress through the vehicle. So basically, if it needs to go into four-wheel drive, it'll do it itself. It feels the front wheels start to lose grip through the traction control system, and instantly brings in the rear wheels for four-wheel drive. And it's utterly seamless in the way it does it. It's absolutely brilliant. Its simplicity also gives its reliability, because we've been selling Hondas using this system for nearly 30 years and never so much as put a spanner on one of them. So it's tough indeed. As I said at the start of the video, the point, brief as it may well be, is just to show the car operating and to feedback on any issues, of which there's nothing at all. It drives absolutely superbly.